What's going on, y'all? Cutty from Cutty TV. You've probably seen me all over Cutty TV. Yeah, I am all over it. I'm entertainment mogul Cutty from Cutty TV. I run an award-nominated company, and I run the #1 blog in New Jersey. And this web series is how to become the perfect artist. I give you my tips and tricks on how to become the perfect artist. I've been in the music industry for 5 years, so I feel like I'm taking my experiences and giving it to the people to help you become the perfect artist. So make sure you stay tuned. This web series is for any indie artist looking to become the perfect artist and just don't know where to start. I hope that this helps you, I hope this elevates you, and I hope you stay tuned for every episode. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? Cutty from Cutty TV. We are back at it again with episode 6 of How to Become the Perfect Artist web series. I'm so happy you guys are back and have returned, and we are making progress. We are almost more than halfway done this web series, and you've been here since episode 1. Hopefully, if you haven't, go back and go watch episode 1 so you can catch up. But if you haven't, we're gonna throw up our checklist. I love doing that. We're gonna throw up our checklist and check our progress to see where we're at, and then we're gonna move on to our next subject. So, step 1. We have found the perfect engineer who's going to help us with our sound to make it sound brilliant. 2, we have found original beats to work with because we want to have ownership over our beats. 3, we have found a good cover art person who's going to make us actual cover art to make our sound match our story. That's basically behind this cover art. And then 4, we have picked which distribution pattern that we want to go with. Independent or all streaming platforms. Remember, you have 2 options. And then number 5, we learned about promotion, which promoting your music, getting new people to hear it is so important because, well, you have to grow. Now, we're on episode 6. Episode 6 is about building a fan base. Now, let me tell you guys why having a fan base is so important. Cutty TV has grown so much in these past 5 years because our fan base supports us day in and day out. People come in, they buy merch, they watch the YouTube videos, they share it on their page, and they go on Instagram, they share our posts. It's everything to help us grow. I mean, we've grown so much because of our fan base that without them, we would be nothing. So I can tell you from personal experience that building up your fan base and staying in close contact with them is very important for your career. Without having a fan base, you won't be able to grow and you won't be selling any music or selling any merch, which at the end of the day is the goal for becoming a perfect artist. You want to grow as much as you can. You want to be able to add new people onto your campaign every single day. You want a new person listening to your music, especially if you have a large catalog, because they'll have a lot to catch up on. This episode is going to be strictly on how to build a fan base, how to keep a fan base, and how to get more people listening to your music and to keep them on there consistently. So make sure you stay tuned because this is probably one of the most important lessons you're going to take. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the music business, and this is what it takes to survive and to be the perfect artist. Not only do you have to make the music, but you have to please the people. So how do you connect in with the people? How do you get to the people? Let me tell you, and let me give you a couple of tips and tricks. Let's get started with the video. So here we are. We have finally put a song out. We have put some promotion behind it, and now we are building a fan base. People are finding out about us. People want to know who we are, and people want to know our message. So that's the perfect thing because with that comes a whole lot more benefits. The more people that know about you, the more bigger you will grow inside of your career. So building a fan base is very, very important. Your fan base is going to be the people behind you that support you, that buy your music, that come to your shows, and that buy your merch. Though these people are very lucrative for your career. Without them, you are nothing. Make sure you know that. Make sure you know that twice actually. Without your fan base, you are nothing. Definitely. That's the message of this video. So, how do you build your fan base? Here's a couple of creative ways on how to build your fan base up. So when you're releasing music, you should start doing giveaways. Giveaways is an easy way to pull people in to get them interested into your music. If you give somebody something, they'll do whatever you say. So make your giveaways worth it. And make it fun so people can remember you. The more of an experience they have during this giveaway, the more of a fan that they will become of you. And then also try to release some personal content when you're making your music. Because if the people can see the process of what you're going through, they're going to be more attached to the music. So that's how you build a fan base. Get them connected in with your story. Have them really know what's going on behind the scenes. If you can just pull your phone out and record, in a studio session, or bring a videographer with you and they can make a custom recap for you, which you can contact Cutty TV. Get that, make it, and put it out so that your fans can start feeling more closer to you. How you build a fan base is when people start to connect in with you. If they feel like they know you, they will support you more. So give them that access. Start making vlogs that are just personal life, things that you do. Open your world to your fan base. That is the second way on how to build your fan base. The more that people know you, the more people will be more intrigued and be more interested in what you have going on. So, with that being said, the third way of building a fan base is also setting up an email list. And the email list is just a bunch of people that's saying, I want to put my email down because I'm interested in what you have going on for this campaign. Now you can make the campaign as creative as you want. You can go to MailChimp.com. MailChimp is a email-based catching service. I don't know a professional way to put that. Basically, they collect all of the emails from one specific area and you now have all of those contacts. That's the easiest way to put it. And with that, you can send your people all of your merch. You can send them all of your shows, all of your new music that's coming out. That is your new fan base, this email list. So you have multiple different ways to build up a fan base. An email list, you can do giveaways, you can start making personal vlogs. You can also just start talking to people around you. You never know. People might be in the same interest field as you. You never know until you start talking to people. That's how you build a fan base. If you get an opportunity, this is the fourth way on how to build a fan base. If you get an opportunity, make sure you show up. You never know who's going to be there. You never know who's going to want to listen to your music. So, with any opportunity, make sure you take advantage of it. Because that is also another guaranteed way of you to build your fan base. So, with that all being said, you need to take those 4 things and use them and apply them to your everyday career building. You want to either do some giveaways, because that's how you bring people in free. You want to start doing some personal things with people, whether it be vlogs, whether it be little pictures, or just little videos, or maybe phone calls with people. Something to make people connected with you more, and more of what you have going on. Or you can set up an email list. Try to get as many people on that email list as possible. That's your fan base right there. Or you can just connect in with people around you and start sharing what you have going on and see who has the same interests, because the ones with the same interest is going to become your fan base. Those are 4 different ways for you to build up your fan base, keep them, and remain consistent with them. You want to make sure that you're consistent with your fan base. They're going to want to know what you have going on, and they're going to want to communicate with you. Make sure you're providing content to keep them around. The fast way to lose your fan base is by doing nothing. If they don't have nothing new to check up on, if there's nothing new for them to see, they're not going to come back. So make sure you're giving them quality content, and make sure you're giving them a reason to come back. And make sure you're relating with your fan base. That's the best way to keep a fan base also. Make sure you stay in relations with them. As long as you don't go too far off the edge, you shouldn't lose too much of your fan base. The more you stay on track, the more people are going to love you for doing that, and they're going to become your fans, and lifetime fans at that. And lifetime fans stay around forever, and they support anything that you do. And those are the people that you want inside of your corner. So, after you're done watching this, go out, go build your fan base. Understand that they're volatile for your career, and they are needed. So, go out today, go build your fan base, use one of those 4 steps, and stay tapped in for episode 7, because I have so much more to tell you.